What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk really briefly about a potential Penguin game, but no matter what, a game set in the Batman universe. When I say the Batman, I mean the movie universe, right? The Matt Reeves one. This came out today, this morning, and it was through Puck.News. Now, you actually had to pay for the article. There's ways to do this without paying for it, by the way. But for those that are spreading the rumor, right, you can kind of see specifically what was said about it. Basically, there's one part to the article that's talking about the game. So I just want to kind of read it really fast. Back in 2020, AT&T tried to sell WB for a cool $4 billion, but months later it was deemed too valuable to unload. Then when Zaslav took over, many advised him to offload it, but he saw that the games unit as strategic, especially as the various WBD divisions are beginning to collaborate more closely on properties like the upcoming Penguin HBO show and game, both seated in the Batman movie. Then they say, a sale could still happen. Suicide Squad heard it, but Hogwarts Legacy, kind of helped it. So the way they word it, I mean, they literally say, the game is set in the Batman movie universe, right? But they lump the game with the Penguin show. They say, the Penguin HBO show and game. The way that they lump those two together without commas, without periods, I'm not an English major, but, right, they put them right there. So I think that the game that's in the works, if you believe it, I mean, you don't have to believe it. I do think they're pretty accurate. I mean, again, they lock things behind a paywall, which I think is just flat out annoying, but they might know their stuff, right? If there's a game, and you play as the Penguin, like that would just be really different, but also maybe really cool. And maybe that's like a direction that they're going. Obviously, we know that they're trying to have these kind of movie or TV show almost tie-in things, but not in the general sense, not in the way that they've done it before, right? Where this is, okay, we're going to pick something. We have the Batman universe. Maybe you do a Superman type thing, but let's go a little off the board. Like, we've played as Batman. Do people want to play as Penguin? Or maybe play as Batman against Penguin. Maybe it's some sort of spin-off, like right after the Penguin show ends, but I think that's going to go into the Batman 2, I'm pretty sure, from what they've talked about it. So I don't exactly know how that would work. And also, I don't know if, like, by the time you get a game in 2, 3, 4 years from now, right? The show would have already happened. The Batman 2 would have already happened. So now you're having a Penguin game come out years after kind of like the initial craze for it, right? This is why these kind of things don't normally work out, because when you're trying to tie these things together, unless your timing is literally perfect, they're not going to align, right? So I don't know. I actually think it would be pretty cool, and it just kind of shows to me that they're willing to kind of do some different kinds of stuff. But then you have to wonder, like, okay, well, who's making it, right? Like Rocksteady, we don't really know, besides maybe the Hogwarts Legacy director's cut. You got them doing Hogwarts, so that's out. WB Montreal is making 2 different games, so maybe one of them could be a Penguin game. But beyond that, you've kind of run out. Monolith is working on, remember we found the job posting that said it. They're working on 2 games, Wonder Woman, and then another game. It might be DC, it might not. So they have a couple choices, I suppose, or they could branch out. They could have another studio out there that maybe wants to make a Penguin game. Yet again, they're talking specifically about WB games, and I don't know if that would include, like, they licensed it out, right? They let like a third-party thing do it. Not 100% sure, but still something to note, something to keep in the back of our heads so that, hey, in the next year or two, if we ever see a Penguin game, we kind of saw it coming, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.